So it's midnight right now as I'm recording this, and I just want to share some very, very personal stories about myself, about 5 moments that have happened in my life that completely changed my life. A couple moments that I was never expecting to feel a certain kind of way, and I did, and it literally changed my life. Like, we're talking about things that literally changed my whole entire mindset. Like, things I think back and I'm like, that moment in time, that changed the way I view things, or motivation and all those kinds of things, guys. And I kind of didn't include anything that's like unmoney related in here or unmotivational related, because, like, you know, I had a son, you know, I got married, like those are special moments, but those are different kind of moments in their special category. These are more like motivational type things that happen in my life, money type things that happen in my life that completely changed it, that kind of relate to the channel, guys. So I'm just going to share these with you guys today. I hope you enjoy this. So the first moment is senior year of high school. I took up track toward the end of the year. And basically, I had a best friend who was my very close friend since like sophomore year of high school. And he was like the superstar, you know, track athlete in Arizona. And, you know, coming up on his senior year, we would always talk about him winning the state championship in track and how exciting that would be and all these kinds of things. And looking so forward to that. And then I met a girl in track, and she became my girlfriend. And she was also insanely great at track. And she was on pace to be a state champion in track. So what ended up happening is then the day came, the state championship, the finals came. And I was up in the stands. I didn't make it to the finals or anything like that. So I was up in the stands watching. And what I expected was for them to win. And I was a little nervous because it's my best friend and my girlfriend. I was a little nervous for them. But I was expecting to feel like just happy if they won. And sure enough, both of them won, the fastest in Arizona. My girlfriend won the 400 meter. My best friend, he won the 200 meter dash. And special moment. And what I felt at that time was not what I thought I would feel, and it was life-changing what I felt. I was up in those stands, and I felt so happy for them, so proud. My best friend, my girlfriend, they win these state championships. I'm so proud of them. They're going to go off to college and do big things. But at the same time, I felt this feeling that I've never felt at any moment in my life since or before. And it was just like a shit feeling. Like I felt so bad for myself in that moment. And it came completely unexpected. I could not explain the way my emotions were feeling. I felt like, what are you doing with your life, Jeremy? And it was such a motivational thing. I felt like, what am I doing? I'm up here in the stands and I'm watching the ones that worked their ass off to get where they got down there on the field right now. And they got there because they worked their ass off. Do I want to be up here in the stands my whole life, or do I want to be down there on the field? And it was life-changing. It was absolutely life-changing moment for me. And it gave me an insane motivation that I still carry to this day. And it's arguably the most impactful moment of my entire life as far as a career-wise and motivation-wise, because it just set me like an insane fire under my ass. Like, just, you know, seeing two people that are arguably as close as anybody at that moment in time, right? You're in high school, your best friend and your girlfriend, they do something so big time like that, and there you are doing nothing. It's definitely a weird kind of feeling. And so, one of the most impactful moments of my life by far. Boy, did it set a fire under my ass. Number 2, this was spring semester of freshman year of college. I had an accounting teacher. I think I took 3 levels of accounting in college, and this was my first level. Well, about 5 minutes before each class started, the accounting teacher would do something like totally off the books. Just like the first 5 minutes, he would like show us something and whatnot. And this was kind of around like the recession was going on, like 2009. So sometimes he would just show us how bad things are and unemployment numbers and some stuff like that, and how he was into gold investing at that time. But there was one day in particular that 5-minute span was such an impactful moment in my life. What he did one day is he showed us in that class the power of a compounding calculator. If you've never played around with a compounding calculator, after this video, type into Google compounding calculator. And what I saw in front of my eyes blew my mind. The power of compounding and the power of compounding numbers on top of each other, and going from, let's say you make you have $1,000, you make an 8% return, you're going to get this X amount of money. That means you've got an extra $80 to spend. But let's say you got $100,000, you can get an 8% return. Now we're talking about $8,000. Let's say you have $10 million, and the bigger the numbers got, the more they compound it. And it just opened my eyes completely to a whole new way of thinking. And I was already kind of looking into investing at this time, but I hadn't really gone through with anything. But it like made me open my mind that I need to start investing now in my life, and I need to get on the ball now, because if I'm investing all during my 20s, it's going to pay off huge in my 40s, 50s, and 60s, and I will be thanking myself. If I'm lucky enough to make it to those ages, I will be thanking myself so much for doing, the hard work and not spending all that extra money and investing it in my 20s and 30s. So boy, was that a mind-changing thing for me completely. Compounding calculator. I remember that moment in time like it was just yesterday. Number 3, I was starting to watch a little bit of CNBC because I was learning about investing, and I wanted to just kind of learn about investing, and I thought CNBC would be a good way of doing it. And what I learned is, like, investing in the financial world, they have their own language. And when you're first coming into it, it's like they're speaking Spanish, man. It's like a whole different ball game, like a whole different language that you need to learn. And it's hard to pick up on things. And I would try to pick up on some stuff, but it was still really difficult. And all these terminologies they would use, it was difficult. And then one day I happened to be watching, and they happened to be interviewing this guy named Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett. They happened to be doing an interview with him. And it was like, I didn't get there right from the beginning of the interview. I kind of came in when it was already like 10 minutes in. So I might have caught like 30 minutes or 45 minutes of this, like, it was like an hour interview. And I just remember being mesmerized, like, wow, like this makes sense. Like everything he was talking about, like it made sense. And I'm like, and then I found out he's like one of the richest people in the world. He's like an investing god and all these kinds of things. And I was like, I need to research everything about this guy. And from that day on, for the next 2 to 3 years, I researched every single thing I could about Warren Buffett. I watched every single YouTube video on Warren Buffett, every single documentary ever done about him, every single speech he would give to a class. Anything that had to do with Warren Buffett, I would watch it, like religiously. And still this day, anytime I see Warren Buffett's going to be on an interview, I'm watching it, like even to this day, all these years later. It was a life-changing moment for me because it completely shaped my entire investing philosophy. Up until that time, I hadn't seen anything yet investing-wise that I was like, that's the way I'm going to go. I saw what he was talking about, and I researched more into it, and I was like, this is the route I want to go. And it was a life-changing moment for me, absolutely. And like, I think now, with this channel, I'm like, I hope I can be someone out there. I hope I can be their life-changing moment where they happen to stumble across one of my videos on YouTube and it changed their life, and they're like, wow, now I start to care about personal finance. Now I start to care about investing or business or whatever it is. Like, I just like, that would be special if I can be somebody's moment like Warren Buffett was my moment, because it was really a special thing. Number 4. This was really special. This was about a year and a half ago or so. I got my first check. I started my real estate marketing company. I got my first actual paying customer, and I got a check. And I'm probably showing you the picture of it now. It was such a special moment in time. It was special enough that I wanted my wife to take a picture of me, and I usually never like to take pictures of myself unless it's for the thumbnails of these videos. Like, I'm not a big picture guy. I had her take a picture of me because it was such a special moment for me, because it's a different mindset when you get a check that you created. You created that check, and it's not a check that was cut from a boss. It's a whole different mindset, guys, and it just opened up my mind, like, I can make money in this world, that I'm not reliant on somebody else to cut me a check, to do work for them, to make them money. I can make money myself. I can go out there and create money and not just rely on somebody else cutting me a check. And it was a moment in time that I'll never forget, because it was just like a surreal moment that I can do this. It was only $99 check, but it was like, I can freaking do this. I can make my own money. I can be successful on my own. I don't need to count on somebody else, cutting me a check. I can make my own money. And it's just different type of mindset that you get when you actually are the one that created that money coming in, rather than just doing some work for somebody else who they are actually the one that created that money. And guys, a total different mindset, a very special moment for me. And this last one, number 5, it's the most recent one. It's happened about a year ago. And it was the moment I hit 100 subscribers on this YouTube channel you're watching right now. Hit 100 subscribers. It took months and months to get there. And for reference now, we get 100 subscribers about every 6 to 12 hours. On a bad day, it takes about 12 hours to get 100 subscribers. On a good day, it takes about 6 hours, sometimes even 5 hours. So that's the compounding effect there in itself. We've come so far. But I remember getting 100 subscribers, and I remember feeling like, wow, this is actually real. I can actually grow on YouTube. This is something here that I thought, going into almost everything, I think I'm going to be successful at it. But it never really sets in until you do it, right? You can think you're going to be successful. I can think I was going to be a basketball player. It doesn't mean I'm going to be a professional basketball player, right? But when it actually starts happening and you get that first little bit of success, which was 100 subscribers for me. When we hit that 100 subscriber mark, it was like, wow, I can do this. I need to keep rolling with this because there's something here. The first 100 subscribers on YouTube, unless it's your friends and your family that sign up or something, if they're all organic, which mine were, that is special. That's hard to even get 100 subscribers on YouTube. If you get to that, you're well on your way. And that was just a moment in time, eye-opening, I can succeed on YouTube. It's still possible to grow on YouTube. All that BS about, you can't grow on YouTube, you needed to start years and years ago. It was a whole bunch of BS at that time, because I was I just grew to 100 subscribers. It took me months and months to get there, but you know what? We did it, and it's possible. And definitely a changing the whole mindset thing there, guys. So senior year of high school, watching my best friend and girlfriend win state championships, it changed my life. Accounting teacher opening my mind to a compounding calculator and the power of compounding changed my life. Seeing that Warren Buffett interview on CNBC changed my life. Getting that first $99 check changed my life. And then hitting 100 subscribers here on YouTube, it has changed my life, guys. So 5 moments in time that changed my life. It's probably way past midnight now as I'm recording this video. I just want to share some personal stories. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it motivates you out there. That's kind of why I do these videos. It probably won't be a video that gets a ton of views. I could have just done some, top 10 stocks video or something like that would have got way more views. But I enjoy sharing these videos for you guys that are really true fans of the channel, and you watch all my videos and stuff like that, and you want to know more about myself. So hope you guys enjoyed this. If you just came across this video for whatever reason, you may want to subscribe. We talk personal finance on the channel. We talk entrepreneurship. I'm an actual business owner. I give away so many business tips. We talk the stock market more than anything. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.